Okay, ladies, you'll have to excuse the way I look, but I'm working from home. So I'm getting really excited. We are vastly approaching your start date. Today is February 26th, and we only have a few days until we get started. So I wanted to touch base with each and every one of you to tell you about what I want from you in the next couple of days. So the first thing I want you to focus on is your mind. And I'm saying that because I feel that a lot of the times when we start something like this, whether it's a workout routine, a meal plan, something that we're trying to accomplish in our lives, even aside from everything that has to do with health, is we let all the fear and the doubt and the failures in the past start to creep in. So I want you to forget about all of that stuff. And I want you to literally tell yourself to stop if you start feeling some sort of negativity around what you're going to be embarking on over the next 30 days, because we're going to take this 30 days at a time. So I really want you to get your head straight and focus on the things that we're going to be doing over the next month or so, and make sure that we're scheduling this in. So in the next 3-4 days, I really want you to start making a habit of writing what you're going to do tomorrow down. So I usually start planning, for instance, my day tomorrow at the beginning of today. And I use my Google Calendar, I pull it up, and anywhere from X o'clock in the morning, I'm getting up at 5, I schedule myself so I know that my time is being managed properly. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to schedule in your workouts. We've already chatted about how many times a week you're going to be committing to working out. I want to see what that looks like inside of your schedule. And I would encourage you to do this like with all areas of your life. So if you have something that you need to do, like an errand, of course you have to work. Maybe you want to get up an extra hour early so you can have a workout in the morning, as opposed to, your schedule on Friday might look a lot different. But I really want to encourage you to make sure you're planning well ahead of us starting. Because if you're just going into March 1st and expecting everything to sort of just fall into place, it's not realistic. So time management is very, very key, especially since my biggest goal here is to make sure that you're developing long-term healthy habits. This is not just some quick fix and after 4 weeks you're going to be cured of everything. This is to coach and train you and develop you to make these changes so they're inside of your lifestyle well beyond the 30 days, well beyond the 60 days. If that's the program that you signed up for, we'll chat about that. The other thing I really want you to do is I want you to write down what your goals are. So when you're writing these goals, it doesn't have to be 10. It has to be, it doesn't have to be more than one. If you have one main goal, put that at the top and so forth. And the reason I'm asking you to do this is because I want you to rate what your commitment level is to that goal on a scale of 1 to 10. So I compare it to, if you say for whatever, God forbid reason, you had diabetes, or you maybe suffered a heart attack, and how committed is that person going to be to their health and their nutrition and their lifestyle over somebody that, just maybe wants to lose a couple pounds. And the reason I'm asking you to do this is just to dig deep, because these goals, I'm assuming, have been there for an extremely long period of time. So far, maybe you've seen some results in the past, but you keep kind of coming back to, what do I do next? And maybe it's that motivation factor, but I really want you to pinpoint what would be holding you back from being a 10 out of 10 in terms of your commitment level. And I don't want you to pretend that you're a 10 if you're not a 10. And when I say that, even if it's something like time or money, or you hate cooking, or whatever the case is, if it is a 6 out of 10, tell me or write down for yourself what those other 4 points are. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to be very honest with you and tell you that those are just excuses. We're in control of our own lives, and we're in control of our own health, and no one's going to do it for us. So if you're not able to overcome those excuses and get yourself a 10, these changes that you want to implement and these goals and these results that you want to see in your life are never going to become a reality. So that's the second thing I want you to do. In addition to that, I want you to take a really deep look at how long you've been wanting to commit to these goals for. How long have you wanted to lose weight, if that's your goal? Or how long have you really wanted to know what the heck to eat, when to eat it, how to eat it, and then stay on track? Or what's the trigger points, okay? So even if you start today, I know we're a few days ahead of when the challenge starts, but I want you to start to even take a look at what your mind is thinking. Are you nervous about March 1st? Are you excited? Are you a combination of the two of them? Have you been like, this is what I used to do. I used to like, oh, well, I'm going to start on March 1st or Monday, so I'm going to eat like crap all over the weekend. I don't want you to go there, because this is, again, we're trying to implement long-term sustainable habits. So make sure that your mind is straight and you're really understanding why you're going into this, what your goals are, what your commitment levels are. And then the last thing I want, I will talk to you about this when we get closer to March 1st, but I really want you to start putting in your phone, I want a heading that says health. And under that heading, I want you to put down things that trigger you. When I say trigger, I mean if you've eaten something that doesn't agree with you or that you have a problem digesting, I want you to write it down. And then in addition to that, if something is an emotional trigger for you where you turn to food or your stress hormone starts to go up, or any situation that you're getting kind of overwhelmed, emotional. I know we are emotional beings as women. I'm probably the worst one. I'm a Scorpio. So, but when you find that those triggers are happening, I want you to write them down, and I want you to keep that on your phone. And this is going to be part of our weekly check-in. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the stuff that's bothering your stomach, or maybe, you weren't digesting it properly, or just something that's happened in your life. Because listen, the reason I'm doing this so differently than I ever have before is because I truly want to help. I'm tired of, hoping people are going to do the workouts and hoping people are going to get, where I'm trying to help their mind get to, and hoping people are going to, eat what I suggest that they're eating. So in order for me to have it to be very structured towards you, and also that works for you long term, I need to know these things, and not to mention they're very important for you. So to recap once again, I really want you to take a deep look inside of where you're going with your mind, how you've been feeling, the reasons that you may have failed in the past. I want you to write down your goals, however many that they may be. If there's 10, if there's 50, I don't care. I want to see what they look like. And write down the reasons why you're wanting to achieve those goals too. And then again, like I said earlier, the commitment level, scale of 1 to 10. If you are a 6, if you are a 7, I want to know those other 3 or 4 points that are missing to get you to a 10. And then lastly, we're going to talk again a little bit about the grocery part of everything, but I want you to, I can't remember what I was going to say. I want you to understand that I'm here for you. Let's put it that way. Oh, the health tracker. That's what it is. So get that health tracker inside of your phone, and this will be something that we visit every single week together. So guys, I'm honored to be your coach. I am so excited for March 1st. Please keep an eye out in your email for first day preparedness, if you will. And I'll be sending out another quick video just on meal planning just before we get started here on March 1st. Super excited to do this with you. I can't wait. I've never done anything like this before. And again, I'm honored to be your coach, guys. And I hope you have a really, really good Wednesday.